How's it going, everyone? It's the Tenacious Gamer, and welcome back to more Let's Play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. In the last part, we took on the Shell Cup in Mirror Mode, and we were pretty successful in winning every race with our good friend Waluigi, who doesn't normally get a lot of screen time in video games, so I'm glad that he got to get some screen time. And I feel like going with another light character. I'm feeling Koopa Troopa for this one. Let's go ahead and see. Yeah, Koopa Troopa's got the acceleration down. Just going with the classics. And in this part, we are going to be taking on the Banana Cup, which revisits a lot of old courses from like the GameCube, SNES, Nintendo 64, and 3DS. And was I right? Okay, so Cheep Cheep Beach isn't actually for the Nintendo 64. It's for the DS. I do want to correct that because obviously I was wrong, and I don't really get to correct myself too often on this channel. Usually mistakes just kind of, get said and then they're just immortalized because when I'm when I'm actually editing my videos, I probably should do this, but like I said, I'm busy. I don't have too much time, so once a video is edited, I just kind of like edit it and make sure the audio's in the right place, but I never actually watch my videos. I never actually watch what I'm saying, so I don't include like text corrections too often if I say something wrong or give you guys wrong information, and I really apologize, but recording these videos takes time, and then if I were to watch every single video I made and edited, it would just take up so much of my time. And I know a lot of Let's Players do that, and I know, that I probably should in order to fact check, but I've said it just on this channel many times, just take everything I say with a little bit of a grain of salt. Unless I'm like really in the zone and giving you guys some good thoughts, then yeah, you can kind of figure out when those times are there, but you can also kind of figure out when I'm just, talking out of my butt a little bit. Let's go ahead and drop some bananas right here. So the other day I went and saw the movie Bohemian Rhapsody with my girlfriend, and I don't know if anyone here has seen it, any of my viewers have seen it, but wow, like one of the greatest movies I've seen in the past, past couple of years, to be completely honest with you guys. In my opinion, just movies in general, their quality has been going down over the years, and I'm not saying like production has been going down or anything, or that like the effects have been going down, but in my opinion, I just haven't really watched a movie in a while that's touched my heart or like emotionally in a while. And a movie doesn't really have to like touch my heart emotionally like I just said, but that was obviously a bit exaggerated, but what I meant is just like a movie hasn't really taken me on like a very interesting ride in a while. I remember when I really noticed that movies were changing was when I went and saw Batman vs Superman, and what I can say is that movies nowadays just put too much emphasis on CGI and special effects, and movies just all have budgets upwards of $200 million nowadays, and everything is just so flashy, and you have all these huge expensive scenes. And I'm not saying this for every movie, because obviously it's not true for every movie. I'm just kind of overgeneralizing, but in a lot of movies I've seen recently, they don't make sense. They place too much importance on the CGI and special effects and making movies look flashy. So you have like these big flashy trailers that honestly that's what it comes down to. I feel like they make these movies overly flashy so they can have like epic trailers, which gets the people to the movies, and then what these movies lack is actual interesting plots and character developments and everything. And so seeing Bohemian Rhapsody, which if you guys don't know what the movie's about, it's a biopic of Freddie Mercury's life, and Freddie Mercury was the lead singer, the frontman for Queen. And obviously what makes the movie so great is Freddie Mercury had an incredible and interesting life to begin with, but they also just did it really, really well. I'm not sure if you guys know who Rami Malek is, but he's been one of my favorite actors, just of recent times. He plays Mr. Robot in the TV show Mr. Robot, and if you guys are looking for a good TV show to watch, I highly, highly, highly recommend Mr. Robot. I'm pretty sure it's won some Emmys at this point, And yeah, no, Mr. Robot. I'm not really much of a TV person. Uh, I do like to watch TV, sometimes, but only if it's something that I find to be, really fascinating and, something kind of smart. That doesn't mean I don't like watching dumb shows. I'm a big fan of Family Guy and shows like Friends and stuff like that. But it's been a while since I've seen a show kind of like on par with the quality of like Breaking Bad and actual classic TV shows like that. And Mr. Robot just hits those spots. They're only 3 seasons in, and I'm pretty sure the fourth season is going to be the final season. But yeah, Rami Malek plays Mr. Robot and Mr. Robot, and I highly recommend you guys check that out. But yeah, I'm kind of getting sidetracked all over the place. I was talking about Bohemian Rhapsody, but yeah, he plays Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. And honestly, after seeing Rami Malek in Mr. Robot, he plays such a cold, withdrawn, kind of antisocial character that I was kind of led to believe that that's kind of, it's just the actor that Rami Malek is. But obviously, playing Freddie Mercury being such a flamboyant, over the top character, I was, kind of, skeptical and nervous of how he was actually going to play the part, and he absolutely floored me. Everything about that movie was just so well done. I know everything wasn't, 100% factual. I'd say about like 90% of it was, true to the true to the history and like very factual about Queen and Freddie Mercury's life. But obviously, when you're making a movie that needs to be, about 2.5 hours long, you need to cut some stuff out and you need to make some small edits, some creative edits. And yeah, no, overall Rami Malek's performance in that movie absolutely floored me. Especially there's like this viral video going around on Twitter where they compare Rami Malek's performance in Bohemian Rhapsody to the actual performance of Freddie Mercury in the Live Aid concert, which was, Queen's, arguably their biggest performance ever. And man, he just does it perfectly. I read that he watched the YouTube video of the Live Aid performance about 1,500 times, if not more. And that just shows you like the level of dedication that went into it. And when you actually watch the video of the actual live performance of Queen and the movie side by side, man, it looks identical. And when I was watching the movie at the movie theater, I was captivated. Like at times, I don't know, I don't cry much, and I didn't like actually cry during the movie, but it definitely got my eyes welling up a little bit and got me pretty emotional because the guy had like a really really hard life, filled with strife. He was battling his sexuality and battling the media, battling just his own inner demons and stuff. And so I just think that it was a wonderful movie, just beautifully done, and I'm really glad that I got to see such a good movie because like I said, haven't seen much of those in a while. I'd say like the last great movie that I've seen, maybe it wasn't even, I wouldn't say this movie that I'm about to say was as great as Bohemian Rhapsody, because this is gonna go down as one of my favorite movies ever. But the last movie that I've really seen like that was The Bourne Legacy. Yeah, right, it is The Bourne Legacy, because the first ones are The Bourne Supremacy, Ultimatum, and Identity. So yeah, it was The Bourne Legacy, the one with Jeremy Renner. And that was a solid movie. That was definitely a solid movie. But aside from those, there hasn't been too many in recent years, like I said. What's another one that's come out that's been good? Don't really know. Although I am excited for the new avatars to be coming out. I'm pretty sure they're coming out with like an Avatar 2, 3, 4, 5, and I am just beyond excited because the first Avatar, it's obviously one of the greatest movies of all time. It might not be to some people, and that's a very subjective thing to say, but at least for me, it's one of my favorite movies ever. It's one of the movies that, kind of blends, it's James Cameron, first of all, as your director, so it blends, incredible plot elements and, a lot of emotional storylines, and really just a cool theme with it. It draws a lot of parallels to what humans are doing on this planet, and it's just kind of taking that theme and portraying it in Pandora about how humans are ruining another planet. and I'm just really excited to see what they do in parts 2, 3, and 4, and 5. And then another movie that I'm really excited for is Sherlock Holmes 3. Sherlock Holmes 1 and 2 with Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law are some of my favorite movies out there, period. You know, they're smart, you know, they're entertaining, you know, they've got Robert Downey Jr.'s wit, you know, coupled with Jude Law's kind of I don't even know what the word is to use, but he's definitely the foil to Sherlock Holmes in that movie, and I just think the two have such chemistry on screen. And not only, and aside from that, the movies are done really well. And so when I heard that there was a 3 coming out, I don't think it's in the works yet, but it's like, I don't know if they've started filming it yet per se, but it's definitely in the works. So when I heard that that was coming out, whew, got excited for that one. So yeah, I pretty much spent this entire video talking about movies and nothing about nothing about Mario Kart. But yeah, I mean, you guys can see on screen that we've been doing pretty well. Man, they are just getting across the finish line. How did we get so far ahead? This is honestly kind of insane. Yeah, this is pretty dumb at the moment. This is crazy. All these, I'm telling you guys, the acceleration cards, they're all you want. You like it's strange. I don't know why you wouldn't want like a mix of speed and acceleration, but just in all these times that I've been playing the game, I have not been finding speed to work that well for me. Maybe you guys have had other experiences, and if you had, obviously I would love to hear that, but yeah, so far acceleration is what's been doing the best for me. Just absolutely killing it. How far are they? Oh my gosh. Way too far. Give me that. Give me that. Yeah. Okay. I'm having so much fun. They're just about to cross the finish line too. Is this even 150cc? I find that remarkably hard to believe. Maybe the maybe different cards, such as cards that aren't totally maxed out in acceleration and have other stats such as speed or maxed out in other stats, are better for 200cc. I haven't really been testing that. You know, all of the things I've been saying, I've been just kind of relating to my experiences with 150cc. So maybe speed might be good in 200cc, and maybe it might be, yeah. I'm not sure, but all that I know is that we just pretty much killed the competition here and got ourselves 3 stars again for the Banana Cup. Whew. Look at us go. Bam! Oh no, I don't think we did a highlight reel. That's okay. Yeah, we most definitely did not do a highlight reel, but that's fine. We got a new vehicle customization, and I love the shape of this trophy. It doesn't make much sense, but I guess that is a barrel of bananas, not a barrel of whiskey or anything else, so that makes sense. Barrel of bananas, straight for Harambe. But yeah, like always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next part. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to be sitting here playing Mario Kart. See you guys then.